You like tech gadgets as much as I do? Well, China makes a lot of them and it's hard to keep up. Gizmo China makes at least 10 posts a day for new gadgets, so at least we have some insights into what is new. And what I want to focus on is budget monitors. We have two of them. The G24 version. Now Redmi does have the G24 monitor already launched, but this is a new version, so 2025. As you can see, the new version has 240 Hz and costs less than a gamepad. How much does a gamepad cost? No idea, but it is approximately $80 on release and about $100 when it won't be on sale. Now the downside for these two monitors is that at the moment they are only available in China, but if they launch it globally, then this monitor could be a contender in the budget segment. Now this is how the monitor looks like. The stand is quite impressive, and based on the images, I would say it has all of the adjustments. Well, maybe not the pivot, unless this mounting mechanism also has that option. Now, since this was released in China only, it's hard to get some specifications. We do know that it's 1920 by 1080, it has 1 millisecond response time, and it supports up to 240 Hz. Then we have a 100% sRGB, 94% DCI-P3, and it has 400 nits, so it means it also has HDR400. What is a little bit strange is that the contrast ratio is 4000 to 1, and it's being advertised as an IPS panel. I would imagine that this would be a VA panel with this high contrast, but supposedly it's an IPS panel. Then we have the DisplayPort 1.4, HDMI 2.0. We don't know how many ports there are, is it only one each? And then we also have the 3.5mm jack, basically no speakers but you have audio out. You then have the adaptive sync, DC dimming, flicker reduction, TOV, Reinhardt low blue light certificate, and it also has a VESA mount, which is interesting. Based on the monitor stand, I did not expect this to have a VESA mount. And these are the only product images that are available. If you know any other website that has anything on it, let me know. Then we also have the big brother, which is the 27-inch version. It has 200 Hz and also below $100. So it is cheap. What is the downside? Well, the resolution, I would say, it's also 1920 by 1080, which for a 27-inch monitor, maybe this is not the best. It does also have the HDR400 and is NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync compatible, just like the 24-inch version. It also has the Delta E less than 2. The specs are basically the same, just the panel is bigger. Except maybe in this case, the stand supports tilt, and that's pretty much it, and it has the VESA mount. But I would still expect that this image is the actual representation of the monitor, so I would expect the stand to be the same as the 24-inch version, and it also supports all of the adjustments. Now the 24-inch version did not mention it, but I imagine it also has an external power supply. Now I did find another monitor from Xiaomi that it is going to be released, or it already is, and it just has the model from the next year, so 2026. The model though is Redmi A24, so it's a redesign of an older model, and this one has 1920 by 1080, 99% sRGB, 300 nits, so you don't have the HDR400, and it has a 144 Hz refresh rate. As for the stand, I imagine it has some adjustability. The monitor does look a little bit thick. So what do you have? DisplayPort, DisplayPort 1.4 and HDMI ports, so at least two of them. and Visa capability. And it will cost about 65 US dollars. Now if you click on this link, so the older version has one more image. Now this monitor or its stand based on this image, it does say that it supports tilt, so that is standard, height adjustment, it then has swivel, so left and right maybe by 45 degrees, and because the stand is high, you can also rotate it in portrait mode. And it's also Visa capable. So if the stand is the same in the new version, then this monitor can also be a nice budget solution, at least for all of you in the Asia market. And if anyone has bought this monitor or the G variant, do let me know in the comments down below how good it actually is. If you'd like to see more DIY and tech content, and maybe also a weekly roundup of different gadgets, let me know in the comments down below. That's it for this video, and we'll do something else in the next one.